Okay, day 3. Julia, thanks a million for the present of the turtle doves, but you shouldn't have. Okay, we're in Osnabrück. Well, we're just south of it, on the A1, they call it, in Germany. And our next stop is Bremen, and then on to Hamburg. This is what a typical German parking area. It's like a service area. Looks like. Typically, as in everything else German, it's quite spotlessly clean. It looks like a nice morning, actually. Nice blue sky up there. And we will hopefully get information now, shortly, about which route we're supposed to take. I'd need to be getting into Sweden later on this evening. We have to go through Denmark first, but I'd need to be getting into Sweden later on sometime this evening. And what does that mean? Rastplatz bitten zu baden? My German's not great. Matter of fact, I don't have any German at all. Right, I'm going to get some breakfast here, and we'll be hitting the road in about 10 or 15 minutes. Look at that. This is one of the reasons why I don't like driving in Germany. Everywhere you go, it's roadworks, queues of traffic, roadworks, road tolls, roadworks, slow moving vehicles, no overtaking, and look at that for a mess over there. Miles and miles and miles of traffic at a standstill. And these guys obviously have places to be today, and they've got their driver's hours to take into consideration. And all that's happening is they're just sitting there. This whole country is road tolls, roadworks, no overtaking. It's, I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, my least favourite country to travel and to walk through in Europe. It's just one big long mess. Look at that there. You have hundreds and hundreds of trucks and cars. All queue. Absolute mess. That's the only way I could describe that. I'm on my way to get a ferry into Denmark at the moment. I have to go to Lubeck first, and then I have to get a boat into Denmark. I'm going to drive up through Denmark, and then there's a road tunnel that can bring me from Denmark into Sweden. So hopefully before the day is finished, I'll be in Sweden. Had a bad start this morning. I was only on the road for an hour, and I got pulled in because I forgot to pay my German road toll. And I got fined €123. I'm not quite sure what the 23 is about, which I have to pay for myself because it was my mistake. So the day has started off not great. We're doing okay traffic-wise here at the moment, but that could change at any stage. But we'll keep you posted. The second time today I've been stopped, and these are the guys who are stopping me now. They said that they're customs, so they're going to check paperwork and stuff like that. So I just have to now we're right at the very tip of Germany, and we're about to get on a ferry that's going to bring us into Holland. I haven't been on this one before. It's supposed to take about 45 minutes or so, I'm told. So it just looks like a fairly conventional, standard sort of a ferry. So we have to get on this one, and then 45 minutes later we've got to get off this one and get on to another one. So it just looks like your average standard sort of ferry, you know. I said that's it. Looks that way anyway. Now here's a once in a lifetime view you're getting of the ship arriving in Sweden. I've just come in from Denmark, so this is the ferry, and the reason you can see this so well is because I'm right at the very front of the boat. You can see there's other people there, there's a girl there, trucks behind the girl there waiting on the bike. But here we go, this is our introduction to Sweden. We're not too far. This place we're going here now is only about an hour's drive north of Malmo, and pleasantly surprised am I that the place I'm going to is not too far from here. I'm hoping it's less than a half an hour, 40-minute drive, and that would make life rather pleasant. You can see that there now. There's a big swell in the water there as well. It's just as she's going in, just in onto the port. So we have to marry up the ramp with the better just start the engine. There's the road coming down to meet us as the ramp goes down. We will be in pole position to get off this boat. Now where exactly we're going when we get off, I'm not 100% sure. I'll just follow signs from Malmo, and that should do it for me. Oh, a little bit of a bump there as we just... That's the one there. So there's all the other traffic that's on the ferry, trucks and cars and stuff. I'm not sure what's going to happen to this big barrier here. I don't know what happens here, whether that's going to go up or what's going to happen. But we'll know soon enough. Now, here's one of the men here now, so I'm assuming he's going to get us off somewhere. I'm not always in a hurry to get off a boat first in a place I haven't been before, and I'll tell you for the simple reason that it's easier to follow someone that's been here before, so you don't drive into a car park or drive somewhere else that you shouldn't be driving, which I did when I was booking on the boat here. Here we go, there's the barrier now. So up she goes. Up she goes. As you can see, it's going up out over our heads. That's interesting now. The ladies are off on the bikes first, of course, and we're getting the go ahead. Now, here we are into Sweden for the first time in about God knows how many years it is since I was here. But maybe if we follow the cars we won't be too bad even. Okay, I have to go now because I have to concentrate on what I'm doing here. Right, well, end of today. Day 3 is just finished up there. We're outside the factory, myself and the truck, in Sweden. Not too far from the boat actually. It's in between sort of Malmo and the boat, which has only took me about 40 minutes to get here. But I love when I come into a small town and I see signs for industrial area, and I also see like an information board. So I pulled it in at the information board and found the street I was looking for. But there's only one slight problem. There was nothing on the actual board to tell you where you were. So it didn't matter where the street was. If you didn't know where you were in relation to this map, it was totally impossible. So I drove around. Thank God it was in the middle of the night. Well, I say it's quiet here now in this town. And I eventually saw some guy getting some chips from a burger or from a stand, and I went over and I showed him the address, and he said he'd bring me to it, which he did. So I'm outside here now. The DVD has just finished, which is good. I finished my dinner, which is good. It's, let me see, what time is it? It's nearly midnight, and I am hoping to get delivered in there, get tipped in the morning. I won't be able to move from here now until 8:30. And then get my pallets, and we'll see where we go after that. So all being well, we're here anyway, and I suppose I won't say it's half the battle done, but it's a bit done considering the start we had this morning. It could be an awful lot worse. Talk to you in the morning. Here we are in Sweden, outside the factory where I'm delivering the goods. As you can see, the name of the company is F.KEOGH. This is their sign here. It's 11 degrees, as you can see, and this is their head office. Very nice, sort of quiet, sort of leafy place. Doesn't seem to be any great panic, but I'll tell you, autumn is definitely here. You can feel the temperature difference there. So, truck's looking nice and clean, and no marks on it yet, which is obviously a good thing. So here we are, as I said, in Sweden. This is the time. This is our unloading point, and the instructions are that I have to make sure that I get my pallets back. Pallets obviously have to be returned, and if I'm not getting them, I have to call the company, so I'm sure there'll be no problem getting them. And the pallets have to go on here. This is what they call a pallet carrier here, this here, with the Cheroux stickers on it. That's like a big empty space there. It's on both sides. Not looking forward to packing that, because a bit of work involved, you know. So we'll go in here now and see what they have to say for themselves, and hopefully we'll be in and out of here in quite a while. As I said, at home it's only 10 to 7, so it'd be nice to be able to ring the office and say I was tipped by, sort of say, 8 o'clock. Alright, see you later. I can follow the instructions they gave me. Right, this is the place where we're unloading. Somebody's been here already. Look at, some Irish truck's been here already, and he's already unloaded all that stuff, which means that the whole loading bay is all blocked up. So that's going to cost me time. That's going to cost me time, and I'll tell you, I'm not pleased about that at all. Someone got here before me, and that's bad enough, but when they're coming from the same country, they've sneaked in while I was sleeping and delivered the load. Well, these are the pallets that have to go back. 33 or 34, I think, in total there. these pallets have to be brought back and as I said, put on the pallet carrier. These guys must be gone for their lunch now or their breakfast or something, so hopefully they'll be back in a few minutes and we can start unloading. Right, well, as you can see, I'm in the middle of this pallet loading operation here. These pallets have to go on like this. All I'm going to be able to get now is 12 on each side. I put another one on top of that there, only does that. You see that barrier there that's in the way? That won't allow me to squeeze another one in there, which is an awful shame really, because otherwise you'd be able to get 30 of them on all together. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes anyway. You have another load today, or that's it? Is that the last load today? Finished today? Hey, I hope so. Two last two, that's it. Oh, okay.
How many pallets? How many takes?
33.
Okay.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 5. Nearly got one over there. Wouldn't make much sense, would it? That's us tipped, and we're just leaving here now. My instructions are to head back the way I came and on to Hamburg. I don't know whether I'm loading in Hamburg or whether that is my first point of call, so I'll have to wait and see. What the best plan of attack is. Okay, no, this way, that's right. Look at the length of that, cheap. I'll tell you, them boys in Sweden know how to drive rigid lorries with 40-foot containers behind them. Unbelievable. So goodbye to the factory. Don't know when I'll be here again, if ever, but I have to say, nice people, friendly, accommodating, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? Now away we go. Well, here we are back in the port of Helsinger, and we're looking, hopefully, if it's not too much of a queue, to get a ferry fairly quickly. So we get down here and go in with our reference number. Hopefully we get a boat fairly sharpish. Scan the line. Yeah. Scan the line. Alrighty. Big queue of bloody trucks here, that's the only problem I see.
I looked at Earl, his eyes was wide, his lip was curled, his leg was fried, and his hands was froze to the wheel like a tongue to a slit in the middle of a blizzard.
I'll go over here.
Earl, I'm not the type to complain. The time has come for me to explain that if you don't apply some brake real soon, they're going to have to pick us up with a
Have
stick
to
and a
book
spoon.
on. Anyway, so
Well, Earl reared back, cocked his leg, stepped down as hard as he could on the
we'll
brake.
go
Went
and
clear
see.
to the floor and it stayed right
Now.
there on the floor. It sort of like stepped
Okay.
Well, from there on down, it just wasn't real pretty. It was Hairpin County and Switchback City. One of them looked like a can full of worms, and another one looked like a malaria germ. And right in the middle of the whole damn show was a real nice town.
Sorry.
9-cent clearance for 12 for line. Chicken was stacked at $13. We shot that toilet up. Jam like
Just
this.
knocked again.
We took that top. Chickens off steam. We went down and around and around and down.
Knocked against the Spaniard mirror there. Now, can I remember how to get out of here? We're back into Denmark now. Similar weather that we had in Sweden. It's very kind of misty and foggy and stuff like that. Far cry removed from the weather we had in Germany yesterday, which was like 18 or 19 degrees centigrade. So what we got to do now is we got to get back on the road down into Copenhagen and straight south into Helsingør, which is the ferry port that's going to bring us to Puttgarden, which is the north of Germany, which is the north tip of Germany. So hopefully there won't be any customs or anything to stop us, and we should get there okay. Not sure what the idea of these lights are. Oh yeah, it's for cars and trucks to let each take it. All right. Okay. Okay, and we're green to go. Now what we're following for here is Copenhagen, as they call it. It's Copenhagen. And we'll be following the E47 all the way down. There we are, Copenhagen, 45 kilometers. A lot of that is like sort of bad national road as well, so but we have no load on, so we should be fairly quick about it. Oops. A red traffic light. Okay, well, I'll talk to you again when we get down to the next port. There's no point in boring you with the traffic details here, and we'll talk to you soon, okay? Right, this is our last ferry. Certainly until France into England, if we're going by ferry, but more than likely until we get to Holyhead, it'll probably be the last one.